news. I don't really know how I'm going to follow up a presentation like that, but I guess you guys have to listen to my news now. All right, getting right into it, and then we'll hop over to Philip, I believe, and then Emmanuel, and then AT. Good. Okay, so first thing I found this week was there was a security by Max. There was a security researcher that was messing about, and he found a way to run arbitrary code on like a mass number of companies, like a really large number of companies. So Apple, Microsoft, PayPal, and then 30 more were listed. So it was actually pretty simple what he did. What he did was he replaced private packages with public ones. So a lot of what companies usually do, or I guess everyone usually does, is they have like open source. They use open source code for just not to do redundant work. And often what these companies do is they have their own private packages, like kept internal, and they name it, whatever, some arbitrary name. And what Alex here was doing is he would somehow find out what the internal names were and then rename his public packages with that name. So when the internal code would reach out, it would search for the public instead of the private one first. So it would just run his code. That sort of deal. So obviously pretty bad. Any code that he had under the same name would obviously be run. But this was actually a pretty quick fix for companies, luckily, and it's all squared away now. And Microsoft posted a white paper on it just to look out for and protect from this sort of attack. So I thought that was kind of interesting. This one you guys probably heard of, the attempted hack on the Florida water supply. So just 2 days before the Super Bowl was being held, a water supply facility that would have supplied water to all the people visiting for the Super Bowl was hacked into. So it happened. So the attacker came in once, or two times. So the first time he came in and he just monitored like the levels of sodium hydroxide. Thanks, Joe. Shout out to chemistry. Sodium hydroxide levels, and it's just normal because like what the operator was saying is that okay, yeah, people remote in all the time. His supervisors do that just to monitor. And then a couple hours later in the day, he was monitoring the whole remote connections thing, and he noticed that the levels have changed from 100 to 11,000. I don't know parts per million. I don't really know. That sounds bad to me. And apparently, it would have really actually hurt a lot of people. So luckily, he noticed and shut it down as soon as it started moving. So it was the target of the attack was the 22,000 people that were sort of visiting or in the area for the Super Bowl. They still don't have a suspect, but it's kind of crazy. And of course, they also had other protections in place too. Like they were testing the water, so it would have taken 2 days for the water supply to hit the, to get it into circulation. So they were testing water anyway, so they were good. But still, nonetheless, bad thing here. So they've increased their security, and now they're urging everyone to do the same as well. Any related business. So CD Projekt Red, you guys probably heard about this one too. These guys are, dude, ever since Cyberpunk, it's just been going downhill for these guys. It's tough. It's really been tough for them. So a couple days ago, they got hacked by a group called the Hello Kitty ransomware group, which I thought was pretty funny. They're really low, yeah. So they were hacked. A bunch of their information was stolen and encrypted with ransomware. So they took the Witcher 3, Cyberpunk, and the Gwent source code, and then took like all their internal data and details and documents as well. So luckily, of course, game company, they have backups for all the encrypted data, but the attacking group is also threatening to sell the source code. They're not even threatening; they're going to sell the source code, or at least try.
Dude, someone will fix the code and the game will
Maybe this is a good thing. Anyway, the bid starts at $1 million, or you could buy the whole thing for $7 million if anyone's got GME money or something like that. Check that out. So it's going to sell on some Russian hacking forums, and if you want to get in, you have to pay $45,000 in Bitcoin. And they also released some documents as like proof to we have the source code and stuff. What? Oh shoot! It did?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay.
The blank code they released like publicly.
Oh, these guys are ruined. And then here's the little message that they found on this. So you've been epically pwned. Yeah. So thought that was notable. Poor CG Project Red. You'll enjoy getting your bugs fixed by these random people. Okay, and last thing, did someone say something?
They're gonna be like, yo, let me fix this game real quick.
I'm sick of the bugs, the game breaking bugs. All right, last thing, just a quick note to you guys, and I guess I was reading like a bunch of this stuff. Update your devices. These last couple of weeks, there's been a huge vulnerability. So obviously there was the Linux pseudo vulnerability that everyone knows about. I think we talked about it 2 weeks ago or 1 week ago. Also possible on macOS with a few modifications, and then I think it was like 2 days ago there was like 56 vulnerabilities that were patched on Windows, and there was also Privesc vulnerabilities. Not as bad as the sudo one, but still possible, and it also allowed you to escape processing life. So update all your stuff. That's all I have. I'm going to turn it over to Philip. Yes. Thank you. Claps.
Jesse made another one.
He indeed made another one.
How long?
Sorry, bro. He did it. He did not.
I hope this shares the screen and not everything.
Producer or something. I don't know.
Yo, we got it.
On all the